Got one question from Alia. Do some schools accept students with lower LSAT scores than the median if that person has a high GPA, good letters of rec, and personal statements? That's a great question. So can the other factors outweigh your LSAT score? To some extent, yes. The LSAT is the most important factor, but the GPA and other soft factors do play a role. I'd say it could be something like, it's hard to put firm numbers on this sort of thing. I'd say maybe it's 50 LSAT, 40 GPA, 10% the other stuff. Different people will give different rough estimates, but it's something along those lines. Something along those lines. Maybe for other schools, it might be 60 LSAT, 30 GPA, 10 soft factors. Different schools have their own admissions indices. Each school has its own admissions index, to put it in the singular. And it'll vary from school to school. LSAC on their site, they have a free resource. It's an LSAT and GPA calculator. If you just Google LSAT GPA calculator, you'll find it, and you can input your GPA, which might be fixed at this point if you're out of school already, and your LSAT score, which of course is not fixed if you're planning on retaking, but you can input different numbers for each and then see what your chances may be at various schools. But the numbers do unfortunately determine the vast majority of your admissions chances. So if you're considering a retake, if you think it might make the difference, then certainly do that as well. And you could also talk to admissions people, talk to them directly and see, I've got this GPA, I've got this LSAT score. What are my odds? And some of them will tell you flat out, you know what, we'd love to have you, but you've got a 158. We really need you to have a 160. Or maybe at a top school, you've got a 171, but your GPA is kind of low, so we really need you to have a 175 or 173, but then you got a 175, then the scholarship money starts coming out. The schools, they really do count on your LSAT score and GPA to bring up their medians in the rankings. And so they'll pay you. They'll essentially pay you for a higher score. It's nuts, but that's just the name of the game.